Hey guys, so here's what I'm doing. Before I use the coat hanger to fill this in, but it's real spotty. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'd like to make this a little bit smoother and super easy to sand holes right through this. So I got a little bit of sheet metal today. I got some 22 gauge and I got some 21 gauge down there. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take some tin foil and tape and kind of mold that out and make that piece with a piece of this sheet metal. And then see if I could put it behind it and weld it to the back, get it really close, and then grind it nice and on there, and then just weld any little spots that have holes. So I cut a piece of tin foil, just kind of seeing where I need it right here. And I probably don't need it all the way down there. Like that. This cover's going to be driving me nuts here. Probably really only need to come to about, let's see here, I'm going to mark this, I'm going to say about here, so we'll go like this. Probably cut this part out. Alright, so go like this. I think that should work. Now, in order to hold it kind of in place, I think I'm going to see if this works. It might not work at all. Let's see. Stay. Alright, so let's see if this works. So I'm just going to kind of go over the back of it. This is kind of even as possible here. Now, granted, I've never done this. I don't do body work. I'm just trying to think outside of the box here. So get this on there nice and tight. That's it. Now what I'm going to do is fold this kind of inside here. Get that extra layer. Right, so just fold it inside here. There we go. Now I know I'm bending it a little bit. Let's just put it back on there and see how close we can get here. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little piece of sheet metal and I'm going to try to get it as close as I can to this. I'll cut it out and then I'll just kind of hammer it into this shape. I'll bring it over here. I'm sure I'll bring it back several hundred times. I'll hammer it into the shape and see if I can get close enough. Remember, it's just going to be underneath here, right, so that I can weld it underneath, get as close as I can to it, and then hopefully that'll work. We'll see. Probably not. Trying to think how this is going to work now. Or if I can get the scrap metal thin enough, maybe I can cut that hole out in here and then tack it around, right? All right, so having never done this before, I've gotten the metal to about this shape. Looks like I need to bend it in here. So here, and here. Guessing what this is, that's what this is for. And then probably hammer it out. You bend like in, and out. Let's see here. So it's definitely going to have to go down more here. So it's almost like maybe like that, something like that. And then clearly a little bit wider, but this is pretty thin metal. Should be able to hand widen this real quick. Then we're gonna hammer these down maybe and just curve that over there, and then obviously this needs to go flat. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I think my biggest problem right now is I don't have like a rounded surface to like really round this in. I just have these corners and they're not helping. I need something round. So if anybody has any ideas as to what I could use, I'm thinking maybe shaving a piece of wood or something. So let me just show really fast. Right, let's get up in there and say this would be, so you could see I need to round this edge and then straighten this one, which is fine, but rounding this edge is just not happening on that curve. Any tips, tricks would be great. I think I might have figured it out. Maybe I use my trailer hitch bolt. Okay, so I use the trailer hitch. But, I don't think that worked at all. I just keep cracking the edges. It's like I don't know if I have to heat it up or what. But Definitely did not work. Okay guys, so I spent about an hour and a half or so taking a little piece of 23 gauge steel and trying to mold it kind of around here. Luckily for the underneath, but I was trying to mold it based on the outside of this, and this is how amazing it came out. As you can see, it's pretty terrible. I couldn't keep the steel from cracking, so obviously I'm doing something wrong there. It just started getting real brittle on me. Maybe there's something I need to do, or I'm using the wrong sheet metal. But anyway, let me know if you have any thoughts. I'm going to keep on practicing before I make any adjustments here.